He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Takes the handoff. It's Bishop. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they
makes the grab in their space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. And you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Here comes the heat. Punts it out of the air. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here. That can be a momentum builder to convert your first third down and also get your quarterback in a rhythm throwing the slant.
That's so nice. You always want to do that. You want to start the game in a good rhythm, get your quarterback comfortable. Slants are easy, timing routes, get a first down. Now maybe open it up even more.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews.
Well, you love to see this offensively on the first drive of the game. Your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
The Vols go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Using his legs, it's Bishop. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Pressure coming. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And that's really good initial defense, man. They did a great job there. You could tell he wanted to throw the football. They take it away. Third down's a big down. You could tell scrambling, try to get in the end zone. Nice job by the defense, corralling him, getting on the ground, and now bringing up a big fourth down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
And I think that's going to be a frustrating drive for this offense, man. You move the ball on your first possession right down the field, and you choose to be aggressive, and you choose to go for the touchdown. But now you get nothing out of this possession. The defense gets the stop. They get some momentum going in their favor.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Crosby. There's some room. He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Crosby. Snowed under by the defense.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, he drops to throw. And a sack. All the way back at the 5.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
From midfield, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Breaks into the open. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Running inside, it's Bishop. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And the Vols come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Here comes the option. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. A run for the quarterback. And he
what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Wilson. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on second down. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
With the catch, it's Evans. Turning on the Jets. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him. And I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Got it in the middle. It's Bishop. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. He'll start this drive firing. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship, really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Bishop. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points.
execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air on first down. Gonna let it fly. Leaping grab for a big gain. All the way across the 50, into plus territory, and finally stopped at the 43.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Second down, he'll throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. It's now a one-point game, 14-13.
Now look, you don't see kickers on highlight tapes too often. That 61-yard field goal is going to make every highlight reel in the country. Wow.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Yo.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. 5 receivers across the formation. It's second and 11. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Buys a little time with his feet. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Now facing a third and long. Here's a heat. Quickly complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Vols are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays.
You used the pot today?
I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Steps away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Handoff for Parker. Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. It's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 16 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the home squad in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime. Oh, he's got some space. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What you doing, buddy?
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Parker. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense...
Maybe a crease. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Staley. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Intercepted to stop the threat.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught close to the marker. It's Cotton. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He goes right back to the air. That's caught. It's Evans.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to fire deep. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Crosby. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
I miss you, dude.
They punted away on 4th down. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. So here is the Tennessee offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain?
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that.
Finding some room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Lots of room to run. All the way. Touchdown Volunteers.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the...
He's going to take a shot. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
And the Vols send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, we was talking. We was chilling.
Looking to throw on first down.
I know. We was vibing. I'm on the game. He's doing his thing.
Midway point in the season in games like this
But
when
y'all
can
finna go
have
to
a
bed?
big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The run inside. It's Crosby. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
To the air on second down. Grabs it in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football.
Caught, and he's got room. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Connection to the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. That's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. On the defense right now, they have no...
Makes the grab. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle trying to steamroll his way in. And he's in. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. From the gun. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Matthews. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
And the Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
So now it's 2nd and long. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he'll do it himself. He's down, and that ought to just about do it.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.